Hello world, I'm coming to you live from the kitchen, alright, where I'm here to do a different kind of Wentworth video. It's not that different, you know what I'm saying? It's just, anyway, you'll see. So at some point while I was recording, I realized that there was a blue paperclip in my hair. The question is, how long do you think it took me before I realized that there was a blue paperclip hanging onto my fucking hair? So in today's video, okay, where I want to talk about some shit. I want to talk about Wentworth's greatest couples. First, I want to run down the line and show you guys and talk about all of Wentworth's couples. Some couples who technically weren't couples, but you know, they were together in some shape, way, or form, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to talk to you about the couples that I didn't like. And then I'm going to give you the top 3. Wentworth's top 3 greatest couples, you know what I'm saying? A couple of honorable mentions. And then, which is the most exciting part for me, I'm going to tell you who I would have loved to have seen as a couple, okay? Because there were some missed opportunities, but whatever, it's neither here nor there. All right, so let's start, shall we? I've got my notes, so I don't forget anyone. I'm gonna put that right there so I can read. So, you know, I hope you guys are excited about this video because I'm excited about making it, okay? We're gonna start with the couples of Wentworth. We have Will and Meg Jackson, all right? Husband and wife. Fucking Meg Jackson was killed off suddenly and unexpectedly in season 1 and episode 1, okay? Leaving Will Jackson a devastated lump. We've got Frankie and all of her various lovers, okay? We start off with Frankie and Kim, who I gotta say was one of Wentworth's sexiest couples. They looked fantastic together. Frankie's hot, okay? Kim is sexy. They looked great. Then we've got Frankie and Erica. Even though technically they weren't a couple, for me, they were. You know what I'm saying? Even though technically they're not, but I'm including them in this fucking list nonetheless, okay? I thought Frankie and Erica looked great together, but Erica was not worthy of being in the presence of Frankie, okay? She just was not fucking worthy of breathing the same air as Frankie Doyle, okay? Erica needed to get her shit in order. She had a lot of things to work out within herself, you know, and it's fine because you do things at your own time. You shouldn't feel forced to come out, and you come out when you're ready. But Erica got on my last nerve because of it. She want to have her husband and she want to have Frankie on the side too, but then she don't want to admit that she wants Frankie. Like, bitch, get it together. We also have Frankie and Jody Spiteri as a couple, okay? We've got Frankie and Bridget, okay, who the world affectionately calls Frigid. I'm not really into those merging of the names. Remember back in the days when Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck were first dating, okay? And they called them Benifer. Then they broke up. And I will never forget, in the Daily News, on the fucking front page cover, okay? It said, oh, it's the Endifer. When I tell you, that shit was the joke heard round the hood. Like, me and my homegirl Chrissy, we couldn't stop laughing at that shit. It was hilarious. I'm gonna need for y'all to cut it out with those damn merging of the names. So then we've got B, Smith, and Harry, who are a couple of Wentworth, dysfunctional as fuck, okay? But still in all a couple, and I think that they deserve mentioning, all right? We also have Debbie and Braden, another couple, not the best of couples, but a couple nonetheless. We've got Doreen and Nash, all right? We have Will and Rose, the nurse, who wasn't built for this Wentworth life, if you ask me. I'm glad that she's not in Will's life anymore because she wouldn't have been an appropriate partner. We have B, Smith, and Ali Novak, okay? We got Vera and Fletcher. We got Vera and Jake. First of all, Vera and Fletcher, that scene where everything goes left when they were in Vera's bedroom when they were going to do some fresh things and it just wasn't happening and Fletcher couldn't control himself and he plops himself on the bed, services himself and leaves Vera there shocked and appalled like, what in the fuck? Can you please not touch me and get the hell out of my house? That was her response to that. So then the next couple is, we got Vera and Jake the Snake, all right? We have Sonia Stevens and Don Kaplan. Even though technically, again, they're not a couple, but still, we saw them in bed together. They made it onto this list. We got Frankie and Allie. Again, not a couple, but Frankie was trying to get into Allie's teal tracksuit. Yes, it was because she wanted to numb her pain, but you know, I wanted to put them in the list anyway. We got Allie and Ruby. We've got Allie and Mari. Bitch, fucking Mari, bro. Yeah, you know, I'm not over what you did to Luke Kelly, bitch, and I'm gonna remember you. So we got Allie and Mari and Will, okay? Rita and Ray. Let us never forget Ray. We got, in my opinion, Wentworth's just finest couple. You want to take a guess who it is? It's my precious baby love, Luke Kelly and Reb Keen. Lou and Reb. Oh my God. Luke Kelly, I love you. We got Ruby and Zaina, which I think was Wentworth's cutest couple. We've got Boomer and Gavin. We also have Fletcher and Jessica Warner, okay? Their little quick fling that happened behind the bars of Wentworth. I almost forgot about these two. I didn't want to include these motherfuckers on the list, but you know what? In the spirit of just doing the right thing, they're here. Lou and Mari, okay? So now, I'm going to talk about real quick some of these couples who technically weren't couples, but they kissed, you know what I'm saying? They may have engaged in sexual congress, so I'm going to talk about them. So we have Fletcher and Jess Warner, and this is, you know, dysfunction at its finest. He was a guard. She was a fucking inmate. She just wanted to use him for his sperm because she wanted him to plant his seed inside of her so she could be a mom, so she could probably go on to suffocate her child because this is what she seems to like to do. She's a fucking murderer. She's a kitty killer. Oh my God. Terrible. Jess was weird. She was sinister. Oh boy. So the next couple, that's not technically a couple, but they were in bed together like they ain't got no damn sense, all right? My precious baby love, Luke Kelly and Mari Winter. You know, Luke Kelly just looked to Mari in her time of grief, okay? Mari and Reb were close, which in turn made Lou feel closer to Reb. Once he was killed, you know, being next to Mari made her feel more closer to Reb. Do you understand what I'm saying? She was grieving. She was heartbroken. She wasn't in her right state of mind. And so she goes to Mari's fucking ass to look for solace, okay? I didn't like it. We have Vera and Fletcher. I'm going to keep it real. I liked Vera and Fletcher. I liked Fletcher's character. At first, Fletcher comes off like a fucking asshole. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we find out what he was doing behind Will Jackson's back. You know what I'm saying? Put that fuck up to the side. Fletcher wasn't a bad guy. Fletcher just wasn't having your shit. That's it. He was going to call you out on your shit. He had no hair on his tongue. He didn't have to sugarcoat nothing. He was going to say what it was. Like when the freak came in season 2 and Fletcher was like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I loved it. I loved their feud. You know what I'm saying? I liked Fletcher and I liked him with Vera. And I think had that incident in the bed where he services himself had not happened, maybe, just maybe, they could have formed a union, okay? Sonia Stevens and Donna, they, you know, were in bed together, so I put them on the list, but they were using each other. They were using each other to get what they wanted from the other. So, dysfunctional, once again. Debbie and Braden, that was as dysfunctional as it gets. You know, a part of me always wondered, did Braden care or, dare I say, love Debbie fucking Smith? Debbie Smith? That sounds crazy. I never said Debbie and her last name. It's always just been Debbie. He killed her. It don't get more dysfunctional than that. And then Frankie and Allie, I just threw them in there for fun because of that moment. You know, where also, you know, Frankie was trying to numb her pain. The pain of having lost Bridget by, you know, getting on top of another female. That female being Allie Novak. Allie, unfortunately, however, was not ready because the pain and hurt of her losing B. Smith was still fresh in her heart. Even though I wanted them to do it, I was like, you know, I think these two are going to get together. You know what I'm saying? They're going to do, but they didn't. And I'm kind of glad that they didn't, but I wouldn't have been upset had they done it. Okay? So as I'm editing, I realize that Frankie and Allie are doing what they're doing on top of B. Smith's red blanket. Oh my God. The level of disrespect that's going on right here. That's crazy. All these years, I never noticed it. Yo, to be honest, I didn't even realize that B had a red blanket until Allie showed up with it like over her legs during the time of her paralysis when Craig from Wentworth Life pointed it out, all right? So now we're going to talk about the couples I didn't like. The couples I didn't like at all. So you want to take a guess what's the number one couple I didn't like at all?
3.
Say it with me now.
1.
Luke Kelly and Mari Winter. I hated them. I fucking hated them. First of all, I love Luke Kelly so very much. So very much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think about this fucking fictional character more often than not, and it makes me question my own sanity. You know what I'm saying? No one will ever be good enough for Luke Kelly. Okay, the only person that I was okay with Luke Kelly being with was Reb Keen, because I had no choice but to accept it. Do you understand? Okay, I lie like a rug. There are people who are good enough for Luke Kelly. Like, for example, myself, not Mari, anyone but Mari and Judy Bryant's treacherous ass, even though we don't gotta worry about that because this bitch is dead. So is Mari. You know what? So the threats are gone, but I hated them together. I hated them together because I knew that Mari's feelings for Lou were not genuine. Even though technically Lou didn't have no fucking genuine feelings for Mari, she was literally just trying to ease her own pain. You know what I'm saying? Oh God, Luke Kelly, I'm so sorry that happened to you. The next couple that I didn't like was Frankie and Erica, like I was talking about earlier. You know what I'm saying? 1 minute Erica's hot, the next minute this bitch is cold, just like that Katy Perry song from years back. Do you guys remember? She didn't know who she was. She didn't know who she was inside. Even though I think she did know who she was, but who she was scared her and she wasn't ready to accept the fact that she liked women. There's only 2 other couples that I didn't like, and both of them, Allie was one of the couple. So Allie and Ruby and Allie and Mari. I did not like these people. So I didn't like Allie and Ruby as a couple from jump, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because there was no sexual chemistry between them. None. Look at these pictures. They look like best friends. I didn't believe them. When I saw their love scenes and they were lying naked in the bed staring into one another's eyes, I was like, nah. No. Allie don't like her. Ruby maybe likes Allie, but Allie don't like Ruby. Allie's just trying to, like, I don't know what the fuck Allie was doing, but I honestly don't think that Allie, I don't know, I didn't buy it. There was no chemistry between them in that way. I didn't feel the passion. I didn't feel the fucking passion, okay? I didn't feel it. I didn't see it. I was just like, nah, I don't know why they threw these two together, but they are not the ones. Okay, they shouldn't be together. And I'm glad that they are not, because they don't work. They didn't work for me on screen. I didn't believe them. It had nothing to do with their acting abilities. It's just when the chemistry is there, the chemistry is there. And between Ruby and Allie as lovers, it was not there. It was like soda. Some of you might call it pop. Okay? Fucking soda. When you open that shit and then after a while all the air comes out. It's gone flat. There's no more fizz. That's what their relationship was like. Flat soda. Pop. Okay? Allie and Mari. I'm sorry, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but Mari looked like Allie's mom. I'm sorry. That's just the way that I feel. Mari, to me, looked like she could be Allie's mother. You know, I'm not the type of person who discriminates against another person because of age. You know what I'm saying? One relationship that I was in, I was 11 years older than this bitch, okay? I was 11 years older than this fuckface. And I know that I looked older than her, but it was fine. I didn't give a fuck what nobody thought. So that's fucked up of me to say. I take it back. I take it back. The whole thing, but Mari just looked like her mom. You know, and she acted like her mom, and she just looked like her mom. I don't know if it was because they were both blonde and they kind of, I don't want to say that they looked alike, but they kind of did. Y'all got the same fucking kind of hair. This bitch is like 30 years old. I don't know. They gave me mother and daughter vibes, and I didn't like it. I didn't want to see them kissing. Just didn't like them together. I felt like Allie and Mari together, to me, came across more like a mother and child relationship. The same way Allie and Kaz. You know how Allie and Kaz had that relationship, like mother and daughter? That's the same vibe that I got from Allie and Mari. But whatever, you know what I'm saying? Maybe their love was real. All right, world. So now we're going to do Wentworth's top 3 greatest couples of all time. We're going to talk about them right here, right now. Are you ready? Do you want to guess who they are? We're going to start with number 3 to number 1. Number 1 being the absolute all-time greatest couple of Wentworth Correctional Center. All right, boom. Number 3 on the list is Frankie Doyle and Bridget Westfall. All right, these two right here. At first, I didn't understand them. I was like, Frankie, out of all the fucking women in Wentworth, this is the one that you want? But once, I don't know when the turning point happened for me. I think it was when Frankie was inquiring about the sexuality of Bridget, and Bridget was like, yes, I am a lesbian. Can we move on now? I was like, oh, I like them together. I like them together. They look great together. Their chemistry as far as being friends, like you could see that they got along as friends. And when they became lovers, it was great. I loved them. The love that they share for one another was so fucking great. When we see them out in the real world interacting and Bridget done took Frankie's underwear, you know what I'm saying? All those scenes was cute to see them, how they interact outside. But then when Frankie went back into prison and Bridget was falling the fuck apart and jealous because of fucking Allie, and the freak is getting into her head talking about Allie's younger, she's prettier. First of all, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Just because the freak thought that Allie was prettier than Bridget doesn't mean that Frankie thought that Allie was prettier than Bridget. If you ask me, I think Bridget and Allie's beauty is equal. You know, one is not prettier than the other. And then you knew like how deep their love ran, because Bridget was literally willing to get locked up for Frankie. Okay, she was committing crimes when Frankie was shot and she was trying to get the keys, Iman Farah's keys from, you know, the prison, and she got them. But she was willing to go down in a blaze of glory to help the woman that she loved. I think that's just so great. Frankie and Bridget, couple number 3. The second greatest couple to ever grace the halls of Wentworth is Lou Kelly and Reb Keene. I know right now some of y'all are rolling your eyes and you might not agree with me. I'ma just keep it real. I don't give a fuck. They are great. First of all, who else's love is greater besides Frankie and Bridget? Frankie and Bridget, Lou and Reb, they're right up there. They're right up there. When that crash happened in season 8, episode 1, and Reb is telling Lou, oh, go on, save yourself. You know what I'm saying? My ribs are broken. I can't go on. You got to make a run for it. You know what I'm saying? And Lou Kelly was like, nah, no bloody way. And that look that she gives Reb, in that moment, I knew. I was like, yo, this bitch loves Reb. And motherfuckers better leave him alone because she ain't playing no games. Look at her eyes. Look at them. That's the look of loyalty. That's the look of like, what's the word? She loves him. That's what it is. Their love, man. You felt it on the screen. You felt it in your bones. It made you, if you're single, it made you long for a love so deep like this. You know what I'm saying? They are great. Their chemistry on screen was like, whoa. I believe them as a couple. Second best couple. Lou was willing to do anything. She gonna choke you out to save Reb. She's gonna fucking kill you. You know, like, she's gonna do whatever it takes to keep her man happy, alive, and unharmed. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. We all know what happened to Reb Keene. May he rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Sheila, bitch. So, the number 1 greatest couple of all time in Wentworth is B. Smith and Allie Novak, okay? Was there any doubt in your minds? You know, we first meet Allie, we just think she's some type of fucking hoe who wants to get into B. Smith's pants. But that wasn't the case. She gave a shit about her. And when B, you know, I loved their time in the utilities closet, whatever the fuck that room is, the closet that they would go to make out, you know what I'm saying? Those scenes were great, because I think we all remember times like this, you know what I'm saying, where you meet someone, you like them, they're bonding, the time when they bonded in the slot, talking to each other through the vents, then they see each other and they look at each other through the glass. Like, I love that part, because you could see that was the beginning of the flames, you know what I'm saying? When B. Smith goes to talk to Bridget, talking about, you know, I don't know what the fuck is going on, and Bridget tells her, listen, fuck the labels. It was just great to see B find love, like real, true love, as opposed to the shit that she had to deal with Harry. That wasn't fucking love. I'm glad that B got to, you know, have a happy ending, that down yonder. What is this? So it took me over 20 minutes to realize that this blue paperclip was dangling from my hair. Wow. What is this? I've had a paperclip attached to my hair the entire time. Oh my God. So I'm glad that B got to I'm glad that Ali was able to do that for her. I think her first time, I don't like the word. It starts with an O. It's just one of those, I don't like to say it. I don't like how it sounds. I'm going to call it a happy ending. So B got a happy ending for the first time, I think, that time in that cell with Ali. Even though B dies early on, and their romance doesn't last long. I mean, their romance isn't, we don't see it for a long time on the screen. I feel like what we did see was just so pure and beautiful. And I think we were lucky to have witnessed it. All right, so now I'm going to give a couple of honorable mentions. Boomer and Gavin. I got to throw them in the honorable mentions because, hello, Boomer got the happy ending that she so desperately desired, all right? A family of her own. Another honorable mention is Ruby and Zaina because they are literally so cute. Like, they're a cute fucking couple. They're cute, they're fun, they're sexy together. Like, I love them. They have chemistry. Those two had a chemistry that was lacking with her and Ali. You know what I'm saying? The chemistry between Ruby and Zaina was on 1,000. Whereas the chemistry between Ruby and Ali was like, wah, wah, wah. Another honorable mention is Rita and Ray. You know, Ray, you didn't deserve what you got, Ray. He loved the shit out of Rita, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Cop or no cop, you're the one for me. That's love, okay? Because he's a fucking biker. These bikers don't play no games. And he was like, you know what? I don't give a fuck if you was Popo. I love you. And I loved them together. I love Rita. She's so hot. So Frankie and Kim are another honorable mention, only because they were a fun, cute couple to see on the screen. I loved their sex scenes. I'm going to just say it. Mari and Will. I liked Mari and Will as a couple. And I feel like if they would have met outside in the real world, I don't know what would have happened. I don't know. But I liked them together. At the moment, they helped each other heal. Well, Mari helped Will heal, even though she added to his heartbreak and misery at the end of it all. For the moment, they helped one another. Even though, you know, she didn't give a shit. But did she? I think she did. I think deep down, Mari did give a shit about Will, but her freedom ultimately was more important than him. But I feel like if Mari would have escaped, she would have came back for Will. And Will, como el pendejo, he would have been like, okay, I forgive you. Or maybe not, because Will's got convictions, you know what I'm saying? And morals, so who knows? And the final honorable mention is Vera and Jake. Let me tell you something about Vera and Jake. They were fucking hot in their own way. That scene where he ties her, blindfolds her, and has his way with her in the boiler room, and she squeals with pleasure. I loved it. I wish that we would have had more love scenes between them. All right, so the last part of this video is the couples that I would have loved to have seen, okay? Joan and Vera. The whole freaky tits thing was a thing for years, and I was not on board with it. I was like, I don't see what y'all see. I'm sorry. I see what y'all see now. And look at this picture. Somebody did this edit of the scene I was just talking about with Vera and Jake, but they edited out Jake and inserted Joan Ferguson. Are you telling me that this ain't some shit right here? Freaky tits? Oh my goodness. Let me tell you something. Joan and Vera, that would have been a great couple. It would have been great if they went that route. You know what I'm saying? What would have happened? Would love have been able to kill the demon that lives in Joan's head? Another good one would have been Lou Kelly and Rita. Oh my God. Those two together. It's just because I love them both so much. So what would be better than having them together as a couple? They're both tall. They're both badass. They could both fight. Can you imagine them arguing? Can you imagine these two women arguing and then getting into a fight and then making up afterwards? Oh shit. Lou and Frankie. Frankie and Lou, they're both fun. They're both charismatic. They both have great smiles. They both are fucking tough. They have no fear. You know what I'm saying? They would have been just fun. A fun couple to watch. And also, because, you know, I like them. Frankie, Rita, and Lou Kelly. They're the ones. And then, you know, Joan gets thrown up in the mix as well. So another couple that I think would have been very interesting is Frankie and Reb Keen. I think Frankie and Reb Keen would have been a sexy ass couple, okay? B. Smith and Will Jackson. The couple that I think we all thought would be, but never was. Instead, they formed a friendship that I'm going to be discussing in my Wentworth's, you know, fantastic friendships videos. I don't know what I'm gonna title it. But I thought that they were gonna get together. They never did. But had they gotten together, they would have fucking set the screen on fire, because them two from day one, they bonded. From season 1, episode 1, these motherfuckers formed a bond. I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but I did. Luke Kelly and Zaina. I think Luke Kelly and Zaina would have been a hot ass couple as well. So that was it. That was it. What are your top 3 Wentworth's best couples? Leave it in the comments down below. Who do you think are Wentworth's top 3 greatest couples? You've already heard mine. What couples didn't you like? Tell me all your thoughts down yonder. And that's it for this video. Oh my God, world, this is it. The end of the video. So if you like this video, you already know what to do. Like my shit. Subscribe to my channel if you've not already, and ring the damn bell so you can be notified when I post videos in the future. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.